Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Step by Step Lessons. My name is Kim and I'm glad that you're here. I'm going to redo an earlier video because the audio was just terrible. It's one of the first ones I did. It's some settings to change in Windows 10. So when you first get a computer or first install Windows 10, it's set a particular way. And basically it allows Microsoft to have access to a lot of your stuff. It'll send reporting back and forth. The Windows updates will share across multiple devices. There's just a lot of things that I think you should change for security reasons, to help your computer run a little bit better, and just because. Anyway, so I'm going to go over a couple settings here. This pertains to anyone who has Windows 10 and has never changed any of the privacy settings, or if you have a new computer with Windows 10, or if you just upgraded to Windows 10. So, the first thing I like to do when I first sit down at a brand new computer, this is not a new computer, I've been using it for a while, but I'm going to show you how to install Chrome. This one already has Chrome, obviously, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So when you first get a computer, all it's going to have is Edge. And Edge will be on the desktop. It looks like this. It'll say Microsoft Edge. It'll be the only browser that you have. So to get Chrome, just go up here into the top bar, and type in Chrome. And it'll be right here. Download Chrome, right? So we're going to download Chrome today. So we just click on Download Now, and it will go through the process. Oh, you know what? When you get here, click this little thing off. You can send your statistics to Google if you don't mind, but I just turn all these kinds of things off. And now download Chrome. Sorry. It's going to open up down here in the bottom. So then you just, once it's here, you just double click on it. And then a screen comes up for security screen, type yes, and then now it's going to download and install it and create a desktop icon for us. Pretty quick, pretty easy. I prefer Chrome. I think it's just less cluttered. I think it works faster. I like the results I get from Chrome when I search for things. You know, if you like Internet Explorer, you might love Edge. Personally, I think Edge is very bloated and I don't like it. So anyway, so here's Chrome. Let's go ahead and close Edge. So now we have Chrome. You can see it looks really nice and clean. These are all the things I've been to recently. You can get rid of them. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. Ah! Let's try this again. Let's get rid of, so you just click the three little dots and remove. You can do them for any of them. Click and remove. Remove, and it'll get rid of everything. So if you like it really clean, that's how you get rid of these things. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on there, but that's how you do that. Now I am going to show you how to make Chrome your default browser. And I just thought of something. If you want Internet Explorer, it does still exist. It's not going to be under I, because they kind of hide it. Windows hides it. So you go into Windows and then go into Accessories, and there it is. So if you really love Internet Explorer, it does still exist. I'm not sure for how much longer, but here is where it is. And if you wanted to save it to your desktop, right mouse click on it and say Pin to Start. That'll drag it here, and then you could drag it to your desktop or your taskbar, either way. So that way, if you want to use Internet Explorer, that's how you do that. So, yeah. Still exists. Anyways, I prefer Chrome. So, in order to make this our default browser, we're going to go into Settings. So, go down here to Start, And the little gear is your settings. And this will give you all the settings. Not all. I shouldn't say all. There's some that are not here that are other places, but majority of them are here. So as you glance real quick, you've got your system settings, device settings, phone settings, network, internet settings, personalization, your apps, your accounts, time and language, gaming, ease of access, search, privacy, and update and security. So right now, I want you to go to apps. So this will list all the apps that are currently installed on the computer. If you have a new computer, you won't have all these things. I've added some things along the way. But you want to go to default apps, and this is where you change your defaults. So if you had Office installed and you were using Outlook, you could click here and choose Outlook, and that will now make Outlook the default. Maps, I'm not sure what you would choose. Is there any choices? No. Music, you could put iTunes or whatever you like to listen to your music. You can add that here. Photos is a photo viewer. You can open up, I don't know, whatever you're using. I'm not sure. There's so many different programs. The video players, this one works pretty good, the standard Windows one. But if you have like VLC, media player, whatever, you could do that. And here's where you do your browser. I already have it set to Chrome, but if you click on it, it gives you all the choices. So I installed Firefox on here also. So I can pick Edge, Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, or the old version of Edge. It's kind of funny that it has it on there. But I'm going to use Chrome, so I'm just going to click that. You don't have to hit save or anything. It automatically saves. So whatever you choose here is what it's going to be. You can come back at any time and change this. It's not set in stone. So, yeah. So anyways, while we're in here, let's go back to home. Update and security is the most important place on all these settings. This is where the security updates will be. And there's a lot of settings here that I want you to go through and change. But let's just go through first and do this. So I don't have any updates ready right now. But if you did have some, it would say, would list it here and then say update now, and you could update it. But what I really want you to do, so do that and get in the habit of checking often. And if there's one sitting there, run it. I know a lot of people don't. They let them sit there forever. You're really putting your computer at risk, and it's not going to run as well because it's not just doing security updates, but it's also doing driver updates and other updates to help your computer run better. So it's a good idea. I don't usually do the optional ones, but I definitely do the ones that are sitting there waiting to run. Okay, now go down to advanced options. I like to turn these off, but I want my, this is the only one I like on. So this gives you updates for other Microsoft products. So I have Office installed on here. So I want to get the Office updates. That's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, that sort of thing. I don't want any of this. Now if this is on, so it says restart this device as soon as possible when a restart is required. You could be in the middle of working, it doesn't really matter. If it runs an update, it's just going to restart your computer, which is really going to drive you crazy. So make sure this one's off. This one can show you an update. It'll come up down on your taskbar basically telling that you need to restart your computer. You can do on or off. I don't know. That one I don't think really matters to me. Now here is where I want you to go into delivery optimization. Okay, so this is going to be on. You want to turn this off. What this does is it kind of shares data among your computer and all your computers in your house or your business, and it just uses up extra bandwidth. I just turned it off. So those are the important things. Sorry about that. The phone was ringing. Okay. Now, over here, we're not going to worry about right now. I want you to go back to home and go to privacy. These are the ones I want you to really go through one at a time and read what it says and make your choices. So here's general. So this is about advertising ID. I turn all these off. Let websites provide locally relevant content. Let Windows track. Show me suggested content. So I turn those all off. And just go down to the next one, speech. Now, if you have speech recognition, like if you're using Cortana or dictation, you need to have this on. But I'm not, so I'm turning that off. Then inking and typing. So what this does is it uses your typing history and handwriting patterns to create a personal dictionary. So I like to turn that off. Diagnostics, this is a good one. So I make it so it only will send the required data, not the optional. So if you have this one clicked, it's going to send data back to Windows about websites you browse, and how you use apps and features, plus additional info about device health, device activity, blah, 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 blah. It's none of their business. So I picked just the required. And you go down lower on this screen here, make sure everything's off. And then on this one down here at the bottom, Windows should ask for my feedback. It'll always say automatically when you start. Put it on never. Unless you want them to contact you. I personally don't. So anyways, that's that on that one. So that's diagnostics and feedback. Okay, so like I said, you don't have to hit save. It automatically saves it. So activity history. This lets you step back in time and grab files. I turn it on. I don't send the activity history, but I like to have it on. Okay, and then we go to location. I turn this off. And then if you have it on, if you need it on for a particular app, you can have them all off and just turn one on. You know, well, let's see, I'll show you. So if I turn this on, oh, here we go. So there we go. So then we turn it on, and if I turn these on, so then I could go down here and decide which ones I want on and off. I want them all off, but let's say I really wanted my camera to know my location for some reason, so it could put the location on the pictures or something. So then you could just turn them on individually. But I'm going to turn it all off. This is a desktop. It's not going anywhere. I know where it is. Okay, camera. If you have a camera attached, you need it on. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to see you. You can pick which apps to have it on for. Like I don't use Skype. I don't use Xbox. And the photos, oh, sure. So I just like to have the camera on normally, but the photos are fine, I guess, if I want to save something on the... Okay, so then microphone also needs to be on if you're going to be using a microphone. You can pick which apps will use that. I don't know why the photos would need that. I'm not going to do mixed reality. Not doing Skype. Not playing Xbox. So this is allow desktop apps to access. That's hard to say. Allow desktop apps to access your microphone. Yes, because I am obviously recording right now. So, but if you don't have a microphone, just turn it off. Notifications, I turn those off. I don't want to be notified of anything. It depends what your comfort level is. They can get quite annoying. These are just all the pop-ups from Windows usually. So I turn that all off. Account info, I turn that all off. If an app needs my info and I'm trying to run it and it'll say I can't run unless you give me access to the info, then you can come in here and turn it on. But other than that, turn it off. Contacts, I turn those all off. Phone calls, I don't do phone calls on my computer, so I turn that off. Call history obviously can be turned off because that's the same thing. Email, I turn that off. I don't want the Windows email client. I use Outlook and that one's fine. Here's tasks, I turn that off. Messaging. I don't use any of that on here, so I'm turning that off. Like, I'm not sure, if you use this People app or if you have another one installed, you'll need to turn it on. Radios, I don't have any radios. Now, other devices I leave on, because if you're going to plug your phone in to update your phone or get pictures off it or whatever, it needs to be able to communicate with that. So leave that on. Here's the background apps. I turned everything off. People say, oh, I need this running. I don't know why you need it running when you're not using it. All it does is take up resources from the computer and sits there in the background just humming away. And when you're going to use a program, just open it up and it'll be fine. You don't need it running in the background. It doesn't need to be updating every single second. It doesn't need to be in the background. I would rather just have them off, and then when I need it, open it. Here's diagnostics, which we talked about in the other setting up above, but just make sure you have it off. Automatic file downloads. I don't know. I just leave it how it is. It works fine. I download files just fine. Documents, I turn this off. Like I said before, if an app says I need access to your documents or them not going to work, then you can come down here and turn it on. And same with the pictures. Just turn it off till it's needed. Same with videos. And file system, I have this on because I'm using Dropbox and I want to be able to sync back and forth. But other than that, I would turn that off too if you don't have that. So those are all the settings. Please go in and run them often. The updates. Once you set the settings, you don't need to change those again, unless needed. Like I said, if an app tells you it needs access to something, you're going to have to go in there and change it. And then most of them are in the privacy area. But the updates are the ones I'm saying I really get in the habit of running them often. Check once a week at least, like Sunday night before you go to bed. Just go in there and check and see if you have any updates. This is your work computer. Friday before you leave, go in and check. You might have an administrator there who is managing that for you. But one last thing I wanted to mention is this search board bar down here. Super, super useful. I hear from a lot of people that it's not here, that it's missing. So if you don't have this bar here, if you go over here where there's no icons on the taskbar, right mouse click, and then you just go up to the search right here, and it'll have it hidden. So it could be like that. And you're like, oh my God, I don't have a search. This little thing lets you talk to Cortana. But that's not, it will search if you search with her, but. So just go back over here, right mouse click, and then you can go to search. You can show a search icon, which is a little magnifying glass, or right mouse click, search, and search box. I like the box. The magnifying glass looks nice and slick, and it's just one extra little click, because once you click on the magnifying glass, it brings up the box. But yeah, that's how to get that back. So anyways, there you go. So that's that video done again. It's exactly the same information. I just fixed the video. So I hope you appreciate this video and learned something, and if you could please like it, and also don't forget to subscribe, because I would really love to have some more subscribers. Thanks so much. See you next time.